What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. As you see the ticket here, the Knicks pulled off a great victory tonight, 121-102 to that arch rival across the river. Big time win after that West Coast trip. They went 2-2. They come back home and deliver a knockout blow early to those Brooklyn Nets. Big time win for the Knicks. Big time win. Now we can get back home. Well, officially home. Great win tonight. Great win tonight. You know, wins like this, man, just makes you fall in love with this team, right? Especially after that West Coast trip, which was like a roller coaster, right? To me, really, the Knicks should have went 3-1, right? They should have beat Utah. I knew it was going to be a tough out with the Clippers, right? But what they did against the Lakers and what, of course, Brunson did to the Phoenix Suns was just exceptional. Exceptional. And to come back home after tired legs and blow out your arch nemesis from across the river like this, it doesn't get much more sweeter than this, man. Beautiful. Beautiful win. And then also, too, what I love is that you're riding into confidence and momentum going into these two games with the Bucks, which is going to be a tough win. We all understand that. We all know who the Bucks are. But still, man, momentum is momentum, and the Knicks are coming off two good wins, playing well as a team in all aspects of the game, man. And tonight, what was beautiful is that they defended. They played defense today. You know, we don't want to go down what their defenses look like for the last 6-7 games, right? Which has been crazy. Giving up 140 points, 30 points. Like, it was insane how many points they were giving up. But after a West Coast trip, to come back home sharp like this, locked in, and blow out Brooklyn the way they did from beginning to end. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. If you're in here, please let me know that you're in here, man. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Rocking with your boy, man. I'm sorry. Listen, Alvy wasn't around. I'm sorry, man. Them West Coast games were killing me. Games were over at 1:30. I was tired, man. I'm sorry. I try to get a lot more better with stuff like that. But great win. Great win today, man. There was a lot of people that played a major role today, but we got to start it off with Dante's Inferno. What did Wally say? The flamethrower. What a great decision in putting him in the starting lineup. And listen, a lot of people are going to say they said it first. Everybody knows that come to my channel knows that LV has been saying this since the beginning. And I've been saying Grimes has got to watch out, right? This is why. The kid does it all. The kid does it all. He rebounds. He plays defense. He can knock down that trade ball. He attacks. He assists. He does it all. You got to love what this kid is bringing. That Villanova Wildcat from Delaware, they call him the Big Ragu. I don't like that. I like the flamethrower. He's been a great addition, man. He's been a great addition to this team. You guys got to admit that. He just knows how to play the game, man. I mean, it's really that simple. He knows how to make the right basketball decisions. He knows when to be aggressive. He's just a perfect piece to what it is that we do. And to be totally honest with you, I mean, just watching the games and seeing what I see, I wouldn't be surprised if now they move off of Grimes and use Grimes as a piece to bring in somebody else because of how good he's playing. I think he's a lot better than what they thought. I mean, I knew he was this good because I remember seeing him in college. So I knew how good of a ball player he was. I knew. I mean, I saw a couple of games at Golden State. I can't I didn't know if he had the same program. I seen a couple. I saw him knock it down. A couple of good 3-point shoot shots or whatever in the West Coast. I saw him like a couple of times last year, like I said. But in college, I really saw him play a lot. And the same way he's playing now is the same way he played in college. Gravity, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Appreciate you coming by rocking with LV, man. Like I said, I apologize for being out, man. I was out of commission. I was. Them 130 games were killing me. I couldn't do it. 10:30 to 1:30, I was like, yo, this is tired. It's tough, man. I can't do it. So I apologize. I was missing in action, but great win. This team is really starting to take on a great identity here. They really, really are. Like I said, those tough games, just giving up those amount of points. Like, I think, what was it, 7 or 8 games they were giving up, like, over 120 points. Like, it was just insane. Their defense was crazy. But to see them tighten up is beautiful. And I knew that, most teams were going to come back down to earth. They weren't going to be able to score at that clip against the Knicks. The Knicks are a better defensive team than what they showed in those games. These last couple of games, they've been tightening up. Right? They played great defense against the Lakers, and they played great defense tonight. Bridges just couldn't get it going. Talking about a bricklayer, he was struggling tonight. He's a way better player than that. But he was struggling. So that was good to see. But I also think that it was our defense. Our defense, we were rotating well. But all together, man, just great win. Like I said, we can go down the list, but I started off with the flamethrower because he was a big reason as to why, and to me, he was the star of the game. But once again, man, you gotta take your hat off to Randall. He's playing like an all-NBA guy, period. Not an all-star. A notch up, an all-NBA guy. Last couple of times he made third team all-NBA. He's looking like second team. I can't say first team because there's too many pieces, too many people that's going to want to, be in those first team all-NBAs that we, perceive to be better than Randall. But right now he's about a second second all-NBA guy right now, second team all-NBA. That's how well he's playing. You listen. You got to give it to the guy. He's playing that good. Period. What he's doing, and they ran off a stat tonight, which I didn't know. I don't know how many games it was, but his last 99 shots that he's taken, only 19 shots have been from 3. And to me, that's how it should be with him. You take advantage of your matchups. You take advantage of the mismatches. There's no one that could check him. He's too big. Make the game easier. And that's what they said Randall's been saying. He said he's been making the game a lot more easier for himself. And he's been dominating, man. Dominating dudes. Taking it to LeBron and AD the other night. And tonight he was just a man amongst boys, man. There's nobody could check him. Nobody. Finishes strong in and ones that fade away in that middle. That mid range is money for Randall right now. Money. He's looking fabulous. And I'm telling you right now, you heard it here first from LV. He's not going anywhere. The Knicks are going to keep him unless they pull off a haul and get a top tier guy. Unless they can get maybe a Giannis or maybe they can get like a Devin Booker or something like that. They're not sending Randall away for anybody else less than that. Because now the Knicks are looking at him like he's our guy. He's our all-star. We made him into an all-star. He's a guy that we created. And even though he's not, they're looking at him and probably going to treat him like he's a homegrown guy. Because him being here, him being with Tibbs, is pretty much his career. This is what has cemented him as an all-star and an all-NBA guy, him being here with the Knicks. And how he's playing right now, he's not going anywhere. No way. And to be honest with you, I don't want him to go anywhere. He's dominating, man. You got it. He's dominating. And he's just a hard check, man, for anybody. And what he's doing now, what I've been screaming for the last couple of years, is he's going down that Baja and getting busy, man. Make the game easy. Stop stepping out shooting threes all the time. Stop trying to be a point forward. Get to your spots. And that's it. And that's what he's doing. And now look how the game looks, man. He's 6'10", man. I mean, this is how the game should be looking for him. Period. Gravity says, I like how Randall got revenge on that dude that dunked on Hartenstein. You know what's crazy? Gravity. I don't even think he dunked on her. Like iHeart didn't really jump on that, man. Like he didn't really, you know. I could just tell he didn't really. You could tell, man. iHeart is, you know. Awesome game. Awesome game. Awesome game. Awesome game. Awesome game. Awesome game. Let's go down the stats really quick. Okay, let's go down the stats before I come back start. Okay, so once again, like I said, Randall was big tonight. He played 34 minutes, 9 for 20 from the field for Randall, 0 for 4 from 3. But like I said, that's not been the best part of his game, but it doesn't matter, right? He's scoring at a high clip, and he's just a beast out there, shooting just below 50% from the field. But also, too, he's awesome at the stripe, 8 from 9 from the stripe. 7 boards tonight for Randall. I thought he had more, but 7 boards. He didn't really play much in that fourth. We didn't need him. We were blowing him out. 4 assists for Randall. Remember, Randall's averaging 5 assists this year, guys, which is amazing, right? Another thing that's great for him tonight, 1 turnover. 1 turnover from Randall, which is awesome, right? 26 points altogether. iHeart, big first start of the season. He was awesome. He was killing them so bad they had to bust him in the mouth. He was trying to hurt iHeart, right? They were trying to get another one of our big men out. But he was iHeart, right? Only 2 points, so it doesn't matter. 10 boards, 5 offensive rebounds, and 5 defensive rebounds, 3 assists, which he's great at, and 2 blocks. But check this out too, guys. Only 1 personal foul for iHeart, man. He's playing smart today. Extremely smart. Brunson had a fairly quiet night, but check out his numbers, guys. He has 16 points, 6 for 15 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, 3 from 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds for Brunson, and 8 assists. 16, 8, and 7 for Brunson. Then, of course, DiVincenzo, right? 9 for 15 from the field, 5 for 10 for 3, and 8 rebounds. 1 assist, 3 steals. He was all over the place. 23 points. Listen, guys. This is why I told you Grimes was in trouble. That stat line, I mean, you got to understand, 8 boards, man. He's hitting the glass, man. When you got a guard rebounding at a high clip like that, and this ain't the first game, he hits the boards, man. He's getting like at least 5 or 6 rebounds a game. Maybe 4. Let's do that. But he's hitting the glass. 23 minutes. I think he should be getting more minutes. Honestly. My honest opinion. I think he should be anywhere between 27 to 30 minutes. That's what I think. And RJ, once again, another solid night for RJ. 5 for 11 from the field. 0 for 1 from 3. 4 for 4 from the free throw line for RJ. RJ had 5 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block for RJ. 14 points. Solid night for RJ. Here's the issue. A lot of people are going to say, oh, RJ, they want to pile on RJ. RJ sometimes makes bad decisions with the rock. It happens in ball games, people. No one's going to be. It's like they want RJ to be perfect all the time, man. Sometimes he makes mistakes, just like everybody does. IQ does the same thing. He does some things sometimes that are bonehead. Randall does too. We've been killing Randall for years because of him turning the ball over everything. Sometimes these things happen. Sometimes when RJ's going to the basket, he's driving. He tries to do the step through. That doesn't work. Sometimes you just got to go straight up. But one thing I will say is that our RJ's taking high percentage shots. He's not taking no bad shots. Do you feel that RJ's taking bad shots? I don't feel that he is. Now, yes, should he get better with his moves going to the Baja? Yes. But hey, man, come on. Atlantic Lion, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with your boy LV. Like I said, once again, I apologize. I've been out, man. I was out that West Coast trip. I felt like I was with the Knicks. That was killing me, man, those games. Steve Fox, man, I appreciate you coming by. If it's your first time coming through, rocking with your boy LV, please hit that like, share, subscribe button, please, sir. Appreciate you guys coming by. Appreciate you coming by, Steve Fox. Welcome to the crew. Gravity iHeart had 17 boards in other games too. Yeah, iHeart's a monster, Gravity. Monster. And what he's also done, Gravity, depending on how he finishes out the season, if he keeps this up, he's going to earn a lot of money, man. A lot of money. And the Knicks going to have to pay up to keep him. They're going to have to pay up to keep him. Okay, so Taj Gibson was also solid today. 13 minutes, 1 for 2 from the field. But, he had 2 rebounds, 2 blocks, which is fabulous. Just a big body in there just to keep guys off people and stuff, make smart decisions with the rock. Taj is just a savvy vet, 38 years old. But listen, he's just holding down the fort until Moneymaker Mitch comes back. But Taj was decent tonight. So a McBride sighting. Josh Hart, 31 minutes, another Josh Hart type of game. 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, from 3-point line, 4 for 4 from the stripe. But once again, that's not Josh Hart's game. 13 big rebounds for Josh Hart. I'm going to say it again, people. 13 big rebounds for Josh Hart, 11 defensive, 2 offensive, 3 assists, 1 steal, 10 points. He is a stat filler just like if there ever was one, man. He just fills up the stats on a box score. He just does. Him and DiVincenzo, same thing, man. It's these Villanova Wildcats, man. These guys just know how to play the game of basketball. Period. It ain't about scoring. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're open, hit your shot. Knock it down, right? Be aggressive. But hit the glass. Play defense. Make the right pass. Do all those things that make you a complete team. Those guys have championship DNA, man, and it shows. It shows out there. IQ was big again, once again, coming off the bench. Only 24 minutes for IQ, but it doesn't matter, right? Because IQ was out there skipping, being IQ, right? 7 for 12 from the field, 4 for 6 from 3, 1 for 4 for the free throw line, which is very not like IQ. 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 19 points from IQ, doing what he does best, producing off the bench. Quentin Grimes, 18 minutes tonight, 2 for 7 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 points. This is why he needs to come off the bench. And the reason why I say that is because just because DiVincenzo had a night shooting the ball, that's not what I love about DiVincenzo. He does it all. Rebounding, steals, assists, everything. Makes the right decisions with the pill. So to me, it ain't just the 23 points. Yes, that's beautiful, but it's the 8 rebounds, man. He gets on the glass, man. You don't realize how getting on that glass takes away extra opportunities for another team to score. That's what makes him so good. Period. That's what makes DiVincenzo. He just knows how to play the game of basketball, man. You got to give it to him. He knows how to play a game. He just does, man. And we saw, another Villanova Wildcat. Diacono, he came in today. Garbage time, right? But it's good to get guys in, right? But all in all, great win tonight for the Knicks. But it started off in the first quarter, right? We dominated in that first quarter, 32-20. Then we carried it over in the second quarter. Brooklyn started to make a push, but we just had too much firepower. 31-28, but the Knicks kept it going. Third quarter doom is usually bad for the Knicks, but it was great tonight. 30-26. They won that third. And in the fourth, they continued to dominate. IQ doing a skip, falling back. They called it a flop. He fell into Spike's lap. giving some Spike a dap. And the Knicks won that fourth, 31-25. You know, you got to be excited. You have to be. Now, does that mean you jump out the window and say, okay, you know, this is it? You know, this is our team? No, we still need that superstar. We are missing that piece. Teams like this is what you should do to teams like this. These guys aren't better than the Knicks. They're not as good as the Knicks. So this is what should happen. But once again, we're going to see in these next couple of weeks, right? You know, we talked about the schedule, right? We talked about it. So let's take a look at it, right? Let's go. There we go, right? That's the schedule right there coming up. You see that right there. You see we got Brooklyn and we got the Bucks back to back. It feels like we've played the Bucks like 10 times this year. Is it me? It feels like every time the Knicks get on a roll, they say, okay, you got to play the Bucks. To kind of get us down to where we could possibly get blown out or someone gets hurt or whatever, man. It's like we just don't get a break. So we got the Bucks not once but twice. Who made that schedule? Back to back. On the 22nd and on Christmas Day, man. Why can't we play LeBron on Christmas Day? Like, why we got to play these guys, man? One of the perennial powers in the East. Yeah, Atlantic Lions said, every week I see Milwaukee, man. Exactly, man. It's like they're trying to set the Knicks up. I don't know, man. But we got them back to back. And then, as you see right after that, you see we got OKC, man. SGA and them boys. Once again, I've talked about them before on the show. They're dangerous. They're a dangerous up-and-coming team. Then we play another young up-and-coming team in Orlando Magic. Apollo and them boys. And then we ended off by playing against Obi and the Indiana Pacers in a great matchup against Halliburton and Brunson. And to me, that's where you want to see exactly who's the best player. Who's better? You know, I'm taking my guy all day. I'm taking Brunson all day. Period. So to me, that's a matchup. That is primetime television. Even though the Pacers have come back down to earth, they haven't looked so good coming off of those losses and stuff. Coming off of the in-season tournament, they haven't looked so good. They come back down to earth. I think a key piece or a key thing, how can I say? I'll say it differently. A key thing is as to why the Knicks are winning. They're playing the way that they're playing on the level that they're playing at. Excuse me. Is Randall. Jeezy D, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Everybody's coming through, man. Rocking with your boy LV. I know LV's been off the map, right? Y'all like, yo, what's going on with LV, man? Where's he at? Apologize, man. I'm back, though. I'm back. On Eastern Standard Times. I'm back ready to rock with y'all, man. I was on a West Coast trip with the Knicks, too, man. So, you know, just couldn't do those 1:30 games. But to me, the key, and I've said it before, you know, the star on this team is Brunson. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? Let's be clear. The guy is Brunson. He's the guy. But the key is Randall. Randall is the key. And with the way Randall's been playing, listen, man, it changes everything that we do. Now, the reason why we can't beat those elite teams is because, I mean, first of all, let's be clear, right? When the Clippers are clicking on all cylinders, nobody's going to beat those guys, man. Nobody. They got 4 Hall of Famers on that team. 4. All 4 of those guys are going to the Hall of Fame. So that's what happened that night. Okay, let's be clear. All those guys were clicking. Everybody was playing well, those 4 cats. So that's why the Knicks, we just don't have enough firepower to deal with the Clippers. But when you get to the elite teams like the Clippers, like, of course, you know, the Nuggets, and of course, Boston, and of course, Milwaukee, who are playing twice. You see it there. When you get to the elite teams, you're going to need another guy. You just are. Because you're going to need another, it's like another clip in the gun. Like, you're going to need another bullet to throw at them, because they have that. They have the firepower to throw at the Knicks. So if Randall and Brunson are playing good, RJ's good for 17 to 21 a night. Like, that's just what his numbers are. But RJ's not going to, he might once in a blue, but he's not somebody you're afraid of drop 40 on you. He's not. Spider can. Devin Booker can. Right? So you got to understand who the elite guys are. And that is what's going to push the Knicks over the top, is that guy. So, to me, the Knicks are right there. Like, I've said it before. So, in watching these games and watching them on this West Coast trip, of course, Bradley Beal went down. But, they had nobody for Brunson, but they had nobody for Randall neither. Right? So, now you say to yourself, okay, so what if the Knicks had another piece? And you keep what we have. Now, of course, in getting another piece, you probably wind up losing IQ. You probably wind up losing Grimes, right? But the core of what we have, meaning like iHeart, Mitch, like those core guys, and Randall, Brunson, RJ, Josh Hart, the flamethrower, right? You keep them dudes, and you bring in like another legit guy. The Knicks are legit, man. We are legit, and we are dangerous for most teams. Because Randall's a solid, what would you say? He's a solid number 3, a number 2 in this league? He's not a number 1 guy. We already know that. We've heard this discussion. But he's a solid number 2 or number 3 guy. But he changes everything. Randall really does. And so if you bring in like a Spider Mitchell, I'm throwing out names, of course. Of course they're not going to get Devin Booker. But you get somebody like that, right, to put alongside these guys, the Knicks are dangerous. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. That's the only thing that's missing. Because if you have a Spider Mitchell or you have a Devin Booker, you have one of those guys, and DiVincenzo has a night like this, and Randall's being Randall, look, Brunson can chill. He can fall back like he did tonight. But what's the beauty of it is that when the Knicks kind of got into a little lull offensively tonight, right? They were kind of, the Nets kind of went on their run, and so it cut the lead to basically like 7 or 5. Brunson would come down and knock down a couple of shots, right? That's what your star players do, and it kind of will bump the lead back up to 9 or to 11. So it will be a comfortable lead, but he'll come down and knock down a couple of shots, bang. Bang! You say okay. You know what I mean? So he would kind of like stop the little leak that was going on offensively, right? Kind of lull in the offense, right? Then you add on guys like Josh Hart doing his, RJ doing a couple of right. So you add on certain pieces that could really contribute to what it is the Knicks like to do. Then you get wins like this. But what I want is for these wins like this to turn into wins like this against the elite of the elite teams. But you're only going to get a win like this against the elite teams when you have that elite guy. Now, we got not tier 1 guys. We got tier 2 guys. Right? Brunson and Randall like tier 2. We need a tier 1 guy to pair with them and RJ. And I'm not talking about OG and OB. Everyone wants to talk about OG. I'm not talking about a Siakam. I'm not talking about a Jeremiah Grant. None of those dudes. We need an elite scorer. Now, I know a lot of people would destroy me, saying, well, we know about, DeMar DeRozan and stuff like that. Yo, man. he makes the other team play honest. I'll tell you that much, because he can go off on you if you don't pay attention. He's an all-star for a reason, right? So you got to respect him and what he could do. But I ask you guys that are in here, right? The way Randall is playing right now. Remember, Randall's only 28. 28 or 29. How old is Randall? Somebody correct me, please. I think Randall's 28, right? How old is Randall? $29. Randall's 29. He turned 29 this year, right? So, would you right now, guys, would you trade Zion for Randall straight up? Would you trade Zion for Randall straight up right now? We see Zion, right? Zion's back out there, man. He's back out there eating a whole bunch of gumbo, man. He can't stay away from the triple cheeseburgers, man. I don't know what's going on with that guy. But would you give up Zion for Randall right now? Okay, Atlantic Line said, I truly believe that Donovan Mitchell is the answer to our problems. You call up whoever runs the Cavs and say it's obvious. Spider don't want to be over there. Trade him to us. I like that. I like that attitude, Atlantic Line. Happy holidays to you too, sir. Hope all is well with you, man. Atlantic Line, give up what you need. A combo of IQ plus Grimes or Grimes plus RJ. I'm doing IQ plus Grimes. And the reason why I say that is because we know IQ's leaving. Period. I love him, but we know he's gone. And then I trade Zion for Randall. Yeah, I would too, man. But I'm man. It's hard right now, Atlantic Line. I know. I'm getting sucked into because Randall does this, right? He sucks you in. He sucks you into it. It's like a dysfunctional relationship with a chick, man. He suck you right back in by being nice and cooking you nice dinner, buying you your favorite cologne. They suck you back in, man, to the void. And you can't get away. That's what Randall does, man. Because, he's playing so good right now, man. I mean, listen, man. He's looking unguardable. Because he was cooking Giannis when they played, right? He was doing that to him. He was getting busy against KD. He was getting busy against LeBron. He's cooking right now, man. I don't know what it is with him. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they, during his ankle surgery, if they gave him a chip or something to change him. Like a magical chip. I don't know what's going on. But man. Randall's balling, man. He's balling. Like, I don't know, man. Starting to question things, but then again, it's like, but it's Randall, right? So you get nervous. Yo, Ed Walker, man, what's going on, man? Hope all is well with you. First time seeing you in a long time, man. I hope everything's going well. Happy holidays to you and yours. Nice seeing you, Ed Walker, man. Hope all is well with you, man. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah, Randall's balling, man. Randall's balling. And like I said earlier, Ed Walker, I said it earlier, man. We've been screaming that this is how we should be playing. He should be playing like this all the time. And but I don't know what happened. It's like he's coming by the LV Live show. Ed Walker, are you Randall? You might be Randall, man. He's coming by and listening to my show, man. He's like, yo, man, that's what I got to do. This is what LV said I got to do. He's doing exactly what I've been saying he's got to do, man. And he's unguardable. Listen, he's playing all the top dudes, and he's busting their ass like somebody did to Giannis. But this is what he should be doing. So this is why it's like a surprise, but really not a surprise to me because, he's 6'10", man. Getting busy with them dudes. Now he looks like an all-NBA guy. I mean, he made them look like little boys tonight, man. He was down there laughing. He wasn't even playing hard, man. Playing bully boy with them boys, man. And he looked, and see, like I told you, he's 6'10", because a lot of them dudes is 6'8". And they say that let's run on 6'8". He ain't 6'8", man. I'm telling you, he's 6'10". So you see them guarding him. He's way bigger than them guys. Not just girth, strength, but the height. You see, he's towering over them dudes. They can't do nothing with him. If he's a 6'8" guy, it would be even. They would be easy to check him. He's a legit 6'10", man. That's why he's doing what he's doing down there. He can't be 6'8" or maybe even 6'9" doing what he can't. No. He's about 6'10". It's like Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis 6'10", 6'11". That's why he does what he does in that Baja, man. He's damn near 7 feet. That's why Anthony Davis does what he does. When you're big like that and you could post up and you could shoot jump shots and you're very hard to guard. Then you could step out and hit the three, man. Now you're unguardable because you're big. So they can't do nothing with you. And you know how to use your size. And Randall now, he's just bullying dudes, man. He's bullying them. Now, and then he takes them out and shoots three. Now they can't do nothing with him. And then he's knocking down his free throws. I mean, he's playing at a very high clip, man. Very high clip. Landline said, back to what I was saying. We trade IQ and Grimes for D. Mitch. I'd say go pick up scary Terry Rozier from Charlotte to run our six-man position. Ooh. Yo, Atlantic Lion, my man. I love that. So you would put in Rozier to pick up the IQ slack. Rozier's a free agent? He's coming up to be a free agent? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking. His deal is up? Because, Rozier wants to start. You know what I mean? He wants to start. He don't want to come off no bench. But if he's wants to win, he's tired of losing in Charlotte, then he could take up the IQ spot. And if he's willing to do that, now we talking. But you know what? IQ and Grimes, you got to send Fourier over there. You got to send like some picks. You got to give them. They're gonna want a haul, man, because I don't know what they got. I read a report that Cleveland's looking for like the same thing that they gave up to get Spider if they're gonna trade him. So, I mean, the Knicks got it. I mean, they got the picks. They got IQ. They got Grimes. They got Fourier. I'm not sending iHeart nowhere. People gonna want to throw iHeart in a deal. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. NBIC, what's going on, man? Hope all is well with you. Hey, man, happy holidays to you and yours. NBIC says Tibbs is what happened. Another under 500 team. Don't get gassed. He's back. NBIC, listen, man, I appreciate you coming by. I do. NBIC is a pillar here to the LV Live show. He makes this show, man. He makes this show. Like I said, the beginning of the year, LV's going to have a lot of good things going on, man. Switch some things around. You're going to see we're going to be cooking. We're going to be rocking and rolling. So LV's going to be rocking. And it's going to be very important for NBIC to be involved. He's a key piece to what it is LV likes to do here. He's amazing. So this is all Tibbs' fault. Listen, man, we've been to the playoffs 2 out of the last 3 years with Tibbs. We're here again with Tibbs. This has nothing to do with Tibbs. Yes, we're we're beating 500 teams. This is what you should do to teams like this because you're better than these teams. The Knicks are a middle-of-the-road team. Everyone knows this. So what we're saying is that in order to get over that hump, to beat these teams like the Bucks, once again, who we have 2 games in a row, we need a piece, man. We need a piece. Kyle Kern, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming by, rocking with your boy LV, man. I see this is your first time coming by. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming by, man, rocking with me and my crew, man. Thank you so much for coming by. Okay, Kyle Kern says Rozier might get that that Van Fleet bag to play for a non-contender with these new rules on how much teams have to spend. You know what? That's a very good point. I spoke about that before. I spoke about that last year about the new deal that's coming up, and so you have to be careful with what you spend. That's why the Knicks getting Randall and Brunson and RJ for those deals was great. Was team-friendly deals was smart. It all depends on Rozier, right, Kyle? It all depends on him. It all depends on where he wants to be. Does he want to continue to play with a non-contender and get the bag, right? Does he want to get, or does he want to win? It depends on what he wants to do, because that would be a good move if he would come here and be willing to come off the bench, still get a nice piece of change. But if he's smart, he would still be spending the money he got from Charlotte, right? Because they gave him a nice little piece of change. But what I'm saying is, if he's willing to do that, to play with a team like us, be in the mix, I think that would be a great decision for him. But to your point, he might be chasing the bag, man, and not really care about whether he gets rings or not, or whether he's in the playoffs, or it all depends on him. NBIC said Rozier makes way too much money. No, NBIC, I know that. I know I don't know how long his deal is. That's why I asked Atlantic Lion what is his deal looking like, right? Is he up? Is because I don't want to trade for him. But if his deal is up, is he coming up to be a free agent? Because if he is, then that might be a perfect piece to maybe taking up that IQ spot. But you got to help make him believe, or make him, want to be part of a winning team where he's able to, not take nothing, but, take a pay cut. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, Kyle Kern says, would you do Fourier and Hartenstein with 2 lottery protected first rounds for DeRozan and Drummond? No. Fourier's got to go. He's eventually going to go, but no, man. He does too much for us, man. Too much. And he's a Tibbs guy. Tibbs is not going to want to give him up. Especially for DeRozan. You want to get him for nothing. You don't want to get him for for a piece like iHeart. And you want 2 lotteries. Like, protect that. Because you understand, DeRozan's just going to be a rental, Kyle. He's not going to really be a piece that we're going to have for a very long time. And Drummond, Drummond is like, man, he's like, I don't want to say he's washed, but he's, he's not the same Andre Drummond. The Bucks are our worst matchup. Yes, they are, Kyle Kern. Okay, NBIC, Zion is our answer. RJ and Zion will dominate. He wants Zion. Zion wants to be here too, man. But but Zion, man, he wants to eat at White Castles and at the Coochie Fritos and Golden Crusts, and he wants to be nah, man. He's got to get in shape, man. Before he comes out here, because this is, we got good eateries out here. He can't, man, because he'll be at KFC. He'll be out of control, man. Coming to the Garden with biscuits. Every day be like Thanksgiving with him. Like, yo, B, come on, man. You're like 400 pounds. Nah. I don't know, man. He got to tighten up. Atlantic Lion, we might be in the win now mode going forward. Yeah, I think we are, Atlantic Lion. I think we are in a win now mode. So we're going to have to make some decisions. We're just going to, because we're a really good team. We're just missing that one piece. So it's all up to Leon. What are they willing to move? Because we're right there, man. We're right there. Wins like tonight show you how close we are. Kyle Kern says, do you believe in RJ's jump shot this season? Will teams guard him from the 3 if the playoffs get started? You know what? RJ has shown consistency to where sometimes he's, from the 3, he's a little shaky. I know he will come back down to earth. I think he shoots more like 35% from 3 this year. I don't think it's going to be over that. But I do believe in his 15-footer, and I do believe in his shot selection. He's going to the rack, man, and finishing. He does well. Cochran, never mind, isn't really a free agent like until 25-26 for see what I'm saying? So Rozier's off the table. He's going to get all his change. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? GZD said NBIC is the next head coach of the Knicks. Yo, I think he is. I think he might be one of the Knicks assistants coming in here, man. Really want Tibbs out. Wait, yo, is NBIC, is that Johnny Bryant? I think that's Johnny Bryant. Coming on here, man. Talking about Tibbs. NBIC is Johnny Bryant, people. Ed Walker, what's going on, man? Knicks are not getting D Mitch. Too much team is going to want him, right? Too many teams. And the Knicks are not going to pay a high price for him. You know what? They're going to want him, Ed Walker, but what are they willing to give up for him? Remember, they got to have the team's got to have the capital to be able to, do the deal with the Cavs. Most teams don't have the picks the Knicks have. The Knicks got the picks and they got the players to do it. Because you could send IQ, Grimes, Fourier, and a bunch of picks over there for him. You could do that. Not too many teams have what the Knicks have. Okay, NBIC. Do you want to make the playoffs and never win, or do you want to be contenders? Tibbs' agenda is to just be relevant and make the playoffs. He can't go deep into the playoffs and win. Okay, so NBIC, so you mean to tell me that Tibbs just doesn't want to win? He just wants to go to the playoffs, that's it? I think he wants to win, NBIC. I think he does. I think he does want to win. I think he's trying to do the best that he can with what he has. And to be honest with you, he's done a good damn job because, listen, man, no one knew Brunson was going to be what he's going to be, man. No one knew that. No one did. And no one knew Randall was going to be what he was going to be. How about that? So we got a bunch of guys over here that no one knew was going to be an All-NBA guy, like Randall is, and a potential All-Star, and maybe an All-NBA guy in Brunson. These are all guys that we did not see coming, man. This is all Tibbs. You got to give him some credit. I get it. Yes, Tibbs has his issues. I've spoken about it. It's well publicized. We understand that. But what you have to do is you got to give him credit for what he's done with this team. Playoffs 2 out of the last 3 years, man. And once again, all right, okay, people, let me ask you something. If Randall's playing how he's playing now, if Randall was playing like this last year in the playoffs, the Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Period. They are. And they're pushing them to the brink to maybe go to the finals. How about that? So let's be clear here, people. Once again, Randall's not the star of the team. Brunson is, but he's the key, man. And if he keeps this up and somehow the Knicks make a deal to get like a Mitchell over here for whatever, we're back. We're back in the mix. Okay. Kyle Kern says, I don't like the narrative that Tibbs couldn't win a ring if he had the best roster in the league. He may not be as good as a coach like Spo, but he's damn good for the head coach. Absolutely. Absolutely, Kyle Kern. You got to get, hey, listen, man, you got to get the guys props, okay? Listen, Tibbs got his issues. We all know. But, yo, man, come on, boss. Playoffs out of the last 2 years, man. 2 out of the last 3 years. Got to give him credit. You have to. Kyle Kern said, this is the best Randall. Yeah, man, this is the best Randall I've seen. Period. This is the best Randall I've seen. The best Randall I've seen. He's making the game a lot easier for himself, man. And he's dominating in spots where he should be dominating. And he's taking advantage of his mismatches because he has a mismatch every night. Because the star players don't want to guard him because they understand he's a tough check, man. Now, they'll guard him towards the end of the game when they don't have no fouls, so they know they could be a little physical with him. But he'll get you in foul trouble, man, early to where you got to sit the bench. His shot selection and post work is the best. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, and that's what he needs to do all the time. And then you step out, you hit that three. Now you're unguardable, man. Now you're unguardable because you're scoring in all different phases of the game. Here we go. NBIC is back. Tibbs can't win. We have a record similar to the first-year Rockets, and he has been with us for 4 years. What does that tell you? We could have had Udoka. So he wants Udoka over here. So Udoka could be up in the offices doing all types of stuff with people's wives or whatever Udoka did, allegedly. Okay, we'll say that. But whatever he's doing, you want Udoka here in the garden. I'll say no to that, sir. Ed Walker, we need one more star, but none are available. No one is available. That's why you got to make trades. You got to send somebody to get somebody. That's what you're going to have to do. NBIC said, what's his record in the playoffs? Tibbs or Randall? NBIC's rolling people. Kyle Kerr says, would love OG Anunoby if we can find a better two-way forward to pair with Brunson and Randall. Okay, so Kyle, OG Anunoby, in what aspect? You mean if to fill that star void? That's not going to work. You need an alpha dog here. An alpha. A dude that puts the fear in another team. That they can go over 40. Not another team, excuse me. In a coach. To where he says, yo, man, we have nowhere to match up with these guys. That's what you need. You need an alpha dog over there. And he's in Cleveland. He's in Cleveland. That's what they're going to have to do it. They don't want to pull a trigger, but they're going to have to pull a trigger. Because here's the thing. Spider wants to be here, man. He said it. He said it. He said his bags were packed. He was ready to go. And he felt that energy last year in the Garden in the playoffs, man. He said, yo, this is where I want to be, man. I want to be part of this. They got to do it. They got to do it. Okay, Kyle Kuzma, how much do you believe this team would improve with spacing at the center? Mitch does everything we need him to do, but imagine an open paint with Randall and a guy who can shoot the 3 ball at the 5. Here's the problem why that can't work, Kyle. We have enough guys that can score. So what you need is you really need a big in the middle that's willing to block shots and rebound for those guys. So you got guys on the outside that scores. So it's only one ball, Kyle. So you got guys that can score at a high clip. Right, so you're going to need a big man, a legit big man that blocks shots, rebounds, and gets those guys second shots. That's why Mitch is a monster. That's why he's such a big piece to what it is that we do, and iHeart too, because they get a lot of offensive rebounds. So with that offensive rebounds, give those scorers another opportunity to score. So that's what, this team does. Kyle Kern says, Shams report just now, Knicks apply to a disabled player exception for Robinson worth $8 million. Ooh. Interesting. Who are they going to get? See, Tibbs knows. Tibbs knows. We need another big. See, they're doing this because they saw what happened tonight. See, you saw what happened when iHeart went out, right? They had to put Taj in. Now, Big Sims is out for like 2 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks with his ankle. So who do we have? We need a big. We need to go get somebody. That's what that was. Okay, NBIC, watch Udoka and watch Tibbs. Then watch our dream shatter in the playoffs. You hear this guy? Shatter in the playoffs, our dreams. NBIC, once again, like I said, he is a pillar in the LV Live show. Kyle Kern, I believe that Brunson is our alpha dog. Yeah, he is. Vibe Shop, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. If you're new to the LV Live show, please subscribe. Appreciate you coming by, rocking with your boy LV. We need Spider. We definitely do. We do. Ed Walker, how many players said they want to be here and end up with another team? Listen, man, it's hard to make those moves. We could have had him. We could have had him last year. We could have. But Tibbs didn't want to give up Grimes. But now that changes now. With the emergence of the flamethrower, with the emergence of him, that changes now the outlook of Grimes. It changes now because now before it was thought that Grimes is untouchable. That's not true now. Now they'll probably possibly be willing to send Grimes, IQ, Fourier, and some picks for Spider. And that would be great because IQ's hot on the market now. A lot of people want IQ. So that could happen. Could. Hawkern, you said we need a legit big man who blocks shots and rebounds. Would love Miles Turner or someone similar to where we don't give up much rebounding and shot blocking, but yes, I agree. No, yeah, Miles Turner would be great. He would be, but I like Miles Turner. I do. He just doesn't rebound at the clip that Mitch does. And with the way our guards score and our wings, meaning, Randall, Brunson, and let's say we were to get a Donovan Mitchell and RJ, of course, you need someone at Baja, man. Someone down there in that Baja to get busy, and that's all they do. They don't stretch. They don't step out to hit a three. They don't do that. They're down there to get rebounds for those guys and be an intimidator in the middle. So I love Miles Turner, but he looks to score a little bit too much, and we don't need that. We don't need scoring. We need you to be an enforcer in that middle, and that's what Big Mitch does. Nets want Spider too. Yeah, man. But they would have to destroy their team to get Spider. I do believe they got some picks from. I do believe they got some picks when they traded KD from Phoenix. I do know that. But I don't know. They're gonna have to give up a lot, man, to get Spider. Are they willing to do that? I got one better. Not just are they willing to do that. Is it going to be enough for Cleveland? Right? Is Cleveland going to want to make that deal? There aren't even any free agent centers worth $8 million. Not right, but you got to think of like serviceable, right? You know what I'm saying? So they might try to get two pieces with that $8 million. I'm not sure. I gotta look at the free agencies to see who's there. But I'm just saying that they need it, man. They're gonna need it because they can't afford to have anybody go down. Because you saw Randall tonight. Listen, he can play the middle, but he don't want to. And he picked up 2 quick fouls when they try to put him at the center spot. As soon as that happened, iHeart came back from fixing his nose, and then it got him back in the middle. Then Randall could go back to his spot, and then we kept rolling. But imagine if Randall would have had to stay there because Taj needed a rest. We have no big man. NBIC. Either it's Brunson or Spider. We are too small as it already is. We have a defensive coach, and you want 2 players with the same game that don't play any D? NBIC, you have a good point. As always, you do. But here's where you're wrong, sir. Tibbs is a defensive guy, yes, but he understands how the game has changed. He understands that you're going to need scoring to win, period. In the words of Tibbs, the game will tell you what to do, so just do it. The way this game is today, you got to score the pill, man. You got to score the pill. Ready and at a high clip. You have to. So if you have guys that are decent defensively, they're decent. They're not great defenders. I get it. But there aren't great defenders in this league anyway. So you got a couple of guys, but I'm not speaking of there's majority of these guys don't play defense. They don't. Steph Curry plays no D. None. So I'm just saying, neither is Dame Dollar. None of these guys. So that's the league, man. If you're decent defensively, that's all you need. Brunson is exceptional, not an all-star as of yet. Hey, listen, sir. Listen, I'm just going to let you know he's going to be an all-star this year. Book it. LV Live said it. All-star this year. Kyle Curran came right. He's an all-star lock this year. He is, man. Kyle says, a great show, LV. Listen, man, I come on after every game. Hey, crew, tell him, man. Listen, Kyle Curran's new here. Let him know after every game, LV Live is here. Just that West Coast trip, man, it killed me. I couldn't do it. But after every game, I'm live. If you're a new member here, I appreciate you coming by, rocking with us, Kyle, man. You got great questions today, man. Appreciate you. Here we go. NBIC's back. He's back. He was on a West Coast trip with LV Live too, man. He's back now. He's ready to go. He's got a whole bunch of bullets ready to shoot at LV. Okay, why are we getting rid of all the young drafts? Just ridiculous. We're running our team for a 66-year-old. You can't win in the playoffs. Same old Knicks. This doesn't feel like the same old Knicks. Doesn't feel that way to me. Feels like we're building something special here. I wonder if we could send that $8 million in a trade. You know what, Kyle? I don't know if we can, because the league has to kind of grant. It's like they're granting us an exception, right? That's how that goes. I don't think you could use it in a trade. I doubt that. It's pretty much meant for you to be able to go out and get somebody because of your injury situation. So they just got to pick up a serviceable guy. You know what I mean? Because it's just a numbers game, right? They have a lot of guys injured. You know, primarily the big men. And Taj is 38 years old, man. He's just there to kind of be, just in case someone gets hurt and they can come back maybe the next game or something. That's who he's there for. He's not there to really play. They need a backup for Ihart. That's what they need until Mitch gets back. No All-Star for Brunson. Y'all didn't hear? Ja is back. I don't care who's back, sir. Brunson is a lock this year. The league has noticed. Trust me, they have. To me, his stamp came when he dropped that 50 piece against Phoenix on a national stage. That's solidified. He's an all-star this year. Brunson has honestly become a solid defender. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kyle. That's what I'm saying, man. He's decent, man. He's decent. He's not a defensive stopper, man. No, none of these guys are. None of these scoring combo guards are defensive stoppers. They're not. I'm sorry. Name one of these guys that are 3D wings. Devin Booker's not a defensive stopper, man. These guys aren't defensive stoppers. They're not. You got to accept that it's just who he is. He's a combo scoring guard. He's really a shooting guard, but he's only 6'2". You know what I mean? So he's a point guard, brings the ball up. But yo, man, he does it all, man. That game against Phoenix, man, that should open your eyes to everything. To me, the playoffs what did it last year for me. What he did against Miami last year, man. Like I said, cold-blooded, man. That boy Brunson is no joke. Came to Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, with the shiner on. Looked like he was coming back to Brooklyn to get his chain back. You know what I mean? Looked like dudes robbed him on a chain, punched him in the eye. He said, nah, I'm coming back to Brooklyn with my crew. I'm blowing y'all out. Getting my chain back. Came through with the eye jammy. You know what I'm saying? New York style. Came through, said, I'm coming back with my crew, man. Get my chain back. And Brooklyn dudes done punched me in the eye, took my train. You know what I'm saying? I was on a train. Now we got to get up out of here, get back to Manhattan, man. You know that's how it went down. NBIC. There are 2 starters and 3 or 4 bench spots in the All-Star game. Halliburton, Trae Young, Dame, Maxey, Brunson, and Spider are the only East guards in the mix. When you look at it, Brunson's going to get it over Trae Young, man. He's playing better than Trae Young, man. I'm taking Brunson all day over Trae Young, man. Trae Young thinks he's Steph Curry. He's not Steph Curry. He's not better than Brunson. He's not. NBIC says, I'm dreaming about being a blunt. Knicks fans won't get what they want. No chip, no division title, not even the playoffs. Hold up. You spitting balls? I'm dreaming about being a blunt. Knicks fans won't get what they want. Oh, yo, he's spitting balls. NBIC spitting balls. Okay. Evan Walker says, Randall and Brunson are all-stars, but only one is getting to be selected for the all-star team. Agreed, but I think they both go. Understand this, too. If the Knicks are playing well, let's say the Knicks start going on a little run, right, and their record is one of the best in the East. Let's say they slip up. They sneak up to where they're possibly better than Philly. I think they both go. Listen, I think Brunson is a lock. I think Brunson's going, man. I'm telling you, man. The league is identifying who he is, man. Concord Knicks definitely making the playoffs. Yeah, absolutely. They're probably like a 5th seed. Right now they're like a 5th seed. I wouldn't be surprised if they move up to like a 4th seed, right? Right behind Philly, of course, Boston and Milwaukee. I think the Knicks are 4th or 5th seed, right? We're going to be fighting with Miami for that spot. And I think Orlando's going to come back down to earth. But I think that we're going to be fighting with Miami for that 4th and 5th spot. That's what I think. Randall's only competition is like Siakam, Butler, and Franz. Listen, Randall's getting an all-star game this year, man. Siakam's not better than Randall. So let's cool it. Banchero's not better than Randall right now. Bam is making it. Giannis, Embiid, Tatum, Scotty Barnes is not better than Randall right now. He's not getting it over Randall. He's not. Randall is solidifying himself now, people. He is. And, of course, he plays in New York, man. So if the Knicks are a good enough team, it's just politics, right? If the Knicks are a good enough team, they're gonna be able to get, like you guys said, either one or two of them. But one of them is going to the All-Star game. Period. I see them both making it. NBIC says, I see Randall making it, but who is Brunson better than in the league? Let's stop talking like we are delusional. It's the fans that make that decision. The fans and the coaches. The fans pick the starters. The coaches pick the bench. Coaches love Brunson in this league, man. They love him. They love him. They love him. They love him. They love who he is, man. Trust me. He's got a lot of fans in this league, man. I'm talking about as far as these coaches go. They love Brunson. Kyle Curse says Maxey 2 when the time comes. I don't see Maxey's numbers staying that high. You know, Maxey's going to come back down to earth, but I see Brunson making it over Maxey. I do. Because here's the thing, right, with Maxey, right? Maxey's playing well, but here's what they're probably going to do. Brunson's, even though it shouldn't count, but they're going to do this. Brunson's performance in the playoffs last year, because some people felt he should have made it last year, the All-Star game. But Brunson's performance in the playoffs last year, carrying over to how he's played this year, that 50-point game he got against the Suns against Devin Booker and KD on the road, he's going to continue to play. That's how they're looking at it with the kid, man. Maxey's still kind of new. He's playing well, but Brunson has continued this since the playoffs last year. And in New York. You guys got to pay attention to that, man. It's just politics, man. It just is. I think Brunson gets in over Maxey. I do, man. Just being honest. Kyle Kern says, Randall has a terrible media narrative, though. And Powell is making it because the Magics are good this year. Agreed. But Randall plays for New York. And he's a two-time All-Star and a two-time All-NBA in the last 2 out of the last 3 years. He's starting to Randall, based on Randall's play right now, right, guys? He's starting to cement himself as an all-star now. Like he's starting. If this continues, this play continues, he's starting to cement himself. And when you cement yourself, it's kind of hard for new dudes to come in and move you out the way because you're still performing at a high clip. Randall's still averaging 20 and 10, and now he's adding. Now he's adding on 5 assists to his game. So shit, like you know what I'm saying, that shit might bump up to 7 or 8. So now he's looking like he could be a triple double guy. On top of dominating the way he's dominated, I'm telling you, and he plays with the Knicks. So I'm just being honest with you guys. The NBA is happy when the Knicks are good. You gotta think of the Knicks, the NBA staple, franchises, right? Boston, Lakers, Knicks, right? Who else outside of that? The staples, right? So if you're playing well here and the Knicks are relevant and they're really, really good, NBC. Not if we keep losing to elite teams, we don't make the playoffs. How many elite teams are there? Let's say 5. 5 elite teams, right? Let's name them. The Nuggets, Boston, right? Milwaukee, right? It's 3. Who else? Let's say the Clippers, right? Clippers, it's 4. Who else? Someone elite. Maybe Philly? Who else? There's only but a handful of elite teams. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if the Knicks can even that out, get a couple of wins against these teams, but they're bludgeoning the rest of the league, teams that they're just as good as the Knicks could easily be like same between 45 to 50 wins this year. Come on, man. Kyle Kern says, Brunson is our best player in my eyes, and I haven't missed a game this year or last. Randall is right behind him, though. Like I said earlier, Kyle, you're absolutely right. Brunson's our best player. Period. End of story. But Randall is the key. When Randall is playing like this, look how much better we look. Because now you got the 1-2 punch. Because Brunson's going to be Brunson, man. We already know Brunson can kind of start off shaky in the first half. Let's say he misses a couple of shots, whatever. But it doesn't matter, man, because when it's winning time, he comes on, he just starts killing dudes. That's a different type of player, man. That's a guy that is a star, period. Edward So says, I appreciate that, Ed, man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, sir, for that compliment, man. Appreciate that. Kyle, it's annoying that haven't really watched him play this year. Yeah. Miami and Golden State consider become staples. Yeah. I mean, they're becoming. I mean, now, yeah, but I'm talking about from the beginning. Kyle Kern, like from the beginning of time for the league. It's very important for the NBA, for their brand, for the Lakers, the Celtics, and for the Knicks to be good. It's just good. Just look. Listen. Every Christmas, they're looking for the Knicks to be good because we are the staple game. We are the 12 o'clock game. It's been like that since I was a kid. Knicks always play on Christmas Day. Always, when they're good. No one else. And the Lakers play at the late night game. It's always that way. Why do you think that is, man? Kyle Christian, I'm cool with losing to top 5 teams this year, bro. Laugh out. That just means we're almost there. We're more than almost there. We're right there, man. We're right at the line of being an elite team. We're right there, man. We got all the pieces. We're just missing that alpha dog, man, to put next to Brunson. That puts the fear in another team because now they can't double him. They can't double Randall. So now that opens up everything. So imagine what we look like, man. And then if Randall's going through one of his Randall situations, because he'll do that, he'll just start going bonkers. You're like, yo, Randall, what's wrong with this guy, right? You don't trust him because he'll do that. You'll have that other alpha dog to pick up that slack, and that guy might drop 40 that night, and the Knicks still pull out a victory, right? That's why you need that other guy. You just do. Our roster's not nearly with those two. Right. Wait, listen, man. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Listen, I'm not getting off nowhere. I'm just reading something. It's breaking news here. Breaking news. Okay. So, as you said, Kyle Kern, because you're on it, the Knicks have applied for their disabled player exemption, right? $7.8 million, right? Based on The Athletic. So it's possible what they're trying to say. This is breaking news right now, people. I might break it on doing a short or something like that, but I'm we're doing it live with LV Live right now, people. That they're saying that Mitchell might be out for the season, man. Because it says that the Knicks never really disclosed how bad the ankle was. But the Post, Stephen Bondy, reports that he heard that it was a fracture and required insertion of screws. So you're getting this all live right now from LV. That it was a fracture and they need to put, so if they got to put screws, they might have had I don't want to say they had to put a rod in there, but you got to keep the bones together. So that means it was, boss, that doesn't sound like a fracture. That sounds like a break. Like he broke his ankle. Do you understand? Your fracture is just a crack. You know what I mean? I broke my ankle before. Like so it just heals by itself. It's just like a little crack. That's what a fracture is. These guys be like using words. It's the same thing with RJ and these migraines, right? It's the same. Like they be saying things like people aren't smart. When you fracture your ankle, it's just a crack. But when you break your ankle, that's a clean break of the bone. So if they had to put screws in that might be longer than 2 months. That's why, Kyle Kern, great reporting by you, that they're saying New York Post reporting right now, Mitchell Robinson likely out for the season in Knicks injury disaster. You hear this? Breaking news. LV Live, you're hearing it first right here. I just read it. Just came across my timeline. I get notifications for all that stuff, man, because I got to let my people know. If Mitch is out for the season, people, we're definitely going to need a backup. Because I still trust in iHeart. Now, that might take away a couple of wins, let's be honest. So, that 45 to 50 that I had the Knicks getting, because I kind of felt that Mitch will be back, that might be like 45 to 48 now. Or maybe like 42 to 48. Because of how big Mitch is. Because remember, Mitch is, but iHeart's a beast too, though. But Mitch is different. You know what I'm saying? You understand? Mitch is about 7'2". iHeart 6'10", 6'11". But I just got it. By Joseph Stanziewicz. New York Post, man. Oh, man. When it rains, it pours. So, yeah. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. Listen, I had a broken ankle before because I played football and I played basketball. When you get a fracture, man, you just need a cast. It's just a crack in your bone. And sometimes the cracks can be a little bit bigger, right? So it's got to heal. That's a fracture. A break is when you fully break your bone and it separates. And they got to put it back in place, and usually it can heal. But sometimes they're going to probably have to put screws in there because it can't heal by itself to keep that bone together. That's why the screws are put in. If he's getting screws put in, then he's probably not coming back this year. Kyle Curran says screws is insane. Agreed. Insane. Edward Walker says no. Ed, man, that's how I felt when I was reading that just now. New York Post. If you guys have time, pick it up on your phone. If you're looking on your phone now, try to do it. Swap screen. Try to split screen. NBIC says, if that is true, we are done. You hear this? This guy, you got to love this guy. You got to love it. He hates this team. He hates his team because Tibbs is there. I think NBIC is Johnny Bryant, and he wants the job. Now he says, because of this is what NBIC says. You guys got to read it. Brunson is going down soon. He wants the Knicks to be destroyed. He wants the Knicks to be destroyed. Now he's praying, and now he's kind of putting on the air that Brunson's going to go down soon. You hear this guy? NBIC, you are a national treasure, sir. A national treasure. Kyle Curran, June 15th, he's out till at least due to the rule of... Yeah. It's Harnstein time. Yeah. iHeart's got to get busy, man. Ed Walker, game-changing news. Agreed. Bro, who knows if Mitch will even be the same player? Yeah, no. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. But the screws, they just do that to put the bone back. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be fine. But it's a serious injury. You know what I'm saying? To where it ain't just a fractured ankle. You'll be back in maybe like 2 months. You're good. You know what I mean? But no. He's gonna need a lot of time. You know what I mean? Atlantic Lion says that is brutal. Agreed. Mitch was playing his best ball. Agreed, man. He definitely was. Kyle Curran said, yeah, Brunson, yeah. No, not Brunson. You're wrong, sir. You're wrong. Tibbs. And now he says, I told you guys, no playoffs. You got to love him. So, yeah, this is not good news, man. Mitch is out. Mitch is done. That's what it's saying here. Breaking news, LV Live. You heard it here. Likely out for the season, the New York Post reports. When it rains, it pours. 11:17 p.m. It just came out. Tough news. But listen, guys, I appreciate y'all coming by. Rocking with your boy LV. I missed y'all, man. But I'm back live again this Saturday, 12 noon. After the Knicks pull off a victory against the Bucks. Yeah, I said it. In the Garden. We finally get a chance to play them at home. It feels like we've been playing them in Milwaukee for the last 2 months. We don't even get a chance to play them at home, but we got them in the Garden. So hopefully they won't shoot 83 pointers and make all of them. And we can steal a win at the Garden against the Bucks. All right, but listen, appreciate y'all guys coming through, rocking with your boy LV. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button, people. All right. Also, too, please come by and, leave comments so we can go back and forth and debate, which is beautiful. But continue to come to my lives so we can continue to chat. And once at the top of the new year, man, LV's going to have a lot of great things for my people, man. So I appreciate y'all coming through. Everybody be safe. Happy holidays once again to you and yours. And your boy LV is out of here, man. Peace.